Hi guys, welcome back to another quick guides. Are you looking to get better with the HDR? Then you've come to the right place. Today you'll see how best to use and set up the HDR in 5 minutes or less so you can get back into the Warzone as quick as possible. Just before we get into this video, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, both are really appreciated, and let me know what you want to see next in the comment section below. Do I think this is the most versatile sniper out there? The answer to that question is no. The SPR and the Kar98 are much better in that aspect. However, this gun has a lower skill threshold, so if you're new to sniping, then this is going to be a much easier weapon to use. The damage is much higher, meaning you're more likely to down an enemy as opposed to just get a hit marker like the Kar98 and the SPR, where you have to be far more accurate. Most people think this gun is basically hit scan. Now this is just where you fire and it hits immediately. It isn't, but it's damn near close to that. You will mainly notice it isn't at the further ranges. Now, the best tip I can give whilst using a sniper is you don't want to be peeking from the same place, the same position every single time, just because the glint's going to give your position away. So if you can move from one place to another, you don't need to move to the other side of the map or to another building or anything like that. You can just peek from a different position or a different window from within that building, or if you're behind a rock, peek from one side, peek from sort of standing up over the middle of it, peek from the other side, whatever. Just mix it up and make sure you don't peek from the same side twice. Now moving on to the loadout. For the primary, you want the HDR. I'll show you how to build that one in a minute. For secondary, currently I'm using the AS Val. I've just done a video on it and you'll see that on screen now. You can use the MP5 or the MP7. I've done a video on the MP5 as well. I can put that on screen now as well. For perks, you're going to be wanting to use c.o.d, Overkill and Amp. Overkill to just get that secondary weapon. You'll switch that to Ghost later on, and Amped so you can quickly switch between your sniper and your secondary, so as and when you get rushed or get into a sticky situation, you can quickly pull that out. Lethal, you're going to be going with Semtex and tactical heartbeat sensor. Moving on to attachments. The muzzle, you're going to be wanting to go for the monolithic suppressor. This is really an easy choice. Suppressors are essential in Warzone to make sure that you don't show up on the minimap. Also gives people wearing headsets a harder time hearing you. Now this does hinder the ADS, however we will make up for the ADS later on. Moving on to the barrel, we're going to be going with a 26.9 HDR Pro. Now this really assists with the damage range, bullet velocity and recoil control. Again, does hinder your ADS and movement speed, however this is the best for range. For the laser, we're going to be going with the TAC laser. That helps with ADS, aiming stability and aim walking speed. Obviously the laser is visible to enemies, so when you're scoping in at windows, try to keep it just off it so as and when they move across you can hit them. Other than that, you know, your sniper glint is going to be visible to them anyway, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. Moving on to the stock, I personally use the FTAC Stalker Scout. Now this helps with the ADS, does hinder the aiming stability a little bit, but we really needed to get that ADS up, otherwise you're just going to scope in way too slow. Now moving on to perks, I've seen about 3 different perks being used. Personally, I use the FMJ, or occasionally fully loaded. I'll talk you through that in a moment. FMJ just obviously helps with the bullet penetration. Now the only reason I would go fully loaded is if I'm at a point in the game where I need additional ammo and I don't think I'm going to be able to get any anytime soon, whether an area has been looted already, you're quite late into the game and your teammates just brought you back. There's a number of reasons why you want to be going fully loaded over FMJ in that situation. You know, you don't want to be spawning in and only having 5 sniper shots to your name, because that's not going to go a long way. But if you can get some ammo, if you can take some off a teammate, then FMJ is the way to go. Now I've seen a few people go for focus. This just helps with the flinching when you're getting shot at. However, I just find FMJ to be way superior perk than this one, and that's how you properly set up the HDR. I'll leave all the attachments up on the screen now, and as always, if you can hit that like and subscribe button and turn notifications on, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.